Hello, my name is Diane and welcome to Llanllawddog Church Hall here in Llanllawddog. And here is Fran next to me. So I'm chair and Fran is vice chair of the committee here, and we are doing all we can to keep this lovely church and church hall going. The church hall was built in 1937. It was very basic. And one of the first things I want to mention is that there was no running water. We did have a toilet, but it was rain fed, and in the summer if it was dry, it would dry up and we wouldn't have a toilet working at all. And all the water that we needed to do events and occasions in the hall had to be brought in water carriers. And I'm so pleased to say that was the first thing that the funding from the Brechfa Forest West Wind Farm Community Trust was to have running water put in the hall.
We used to have to rely on one of our members coming down to light the fire to give us heat for the community council meeting.
We had to assure the Wind Farm Trust that their money would be well invested, and that the hall would be used by the whole community. We did have some help from Roxanne to fill in all the forms and make sure that the application went in correctly, and thankfully we were fortunate enough to be accepted, and we've had several lots of grants for different things. The first major thing was the water. And then once the water was in, of course, we were able to have a new kitchen fitted, new toilets. It was to have the whole hall rewired so that the electricity was put up to date. We had new doors because the front door, you could see daylight through it. And for security reasons, we needed new doors and new windows. And thankfully, we've also been able to have new curtains and blinds. We've had paint so that we were able to repaint the hall and make it look so much brighter and cleaner. We had work done on the porch roof because we had a major leak, and thankfully that's all been put right, and also the disabled ramp to give access for everyone to come and visit the hall. We also have a lovely summer house that's in the garden. We can use it during the summertime for events when we're holding fundraising. We have CCTV and broadband, so we're all up to date too. Anyone can come and hire the hall. It is used on a regular basis by a few different people, but we can hold weddings here. There is nothing lovelier than to have a wedding in our beautiful old church and come next door and have your reception in the hall.
It was only a few weeks back, we had a baptism with a bouncy castle in the garden.
Which was lovely.
The Wind Farm have done a lot for community crafts and have funded Arts Care Gofal Celf to run community crafts, run glass workshops here over weekends, silversmithing. There's been willow working here, there's been Brechfa pottery, where we built a kiln in the garden.
And we do lots of fundraising events as well for the church. We recently had a bingo evening when the hall was full and had great fun, and lots of markets. And
like in the summer, the beekeepers meet here on a regular basis, and in the winter, the dark sky people. And the church, I know, are thinking of using it on a regular basis as well, as in the diocesan, because it's central, as opposed to everybody trooping down to St David's.
And every second Thursday in the month we have a coffee morning, and you can come along and have a cup of coffee and some toasted tea bread, and while you're enjoying the company and the chat, we also have free dancing lessons and we have ballroom dancing going on one way, and we have chatting and lots of friendship, which is a lovely thing every month. We did have several meetings, and Moisha came along to see and was very pleased to see a large number of people from around the local community who supported us and wished us well and wanted to see this happen for Llanllawddog Hall. And Moisha was so enthusiastic by the response. She helped us then get us the funding, and one grant led to another and another, so that over the 3 years really that we were able to get funding, we were able to do so very much for the hall. And they also paid for a new gate for us. The old gate was holding on by its breath. It was falling to bits. And this is a lovely new gate which was custom made just for us. So pleased.